Amazing people. Today we are starting a new project. You will find it in Google Classroom. It's titled the 100 Line Challenge. We are going to be doing it in an Google Draw application. So everybody will have access to it because it is part of your Chromebook. What we are going to be looking for is 100 unique lines. You'll be able to repeat some of them, and I'm going to show you how. But the idea is that you will have 100 different lines right here on this. There are examples. I would like for you to look at them on your free time. To do this, we're going to start off by clicking on the line tool. So that's the tool that's going to make this work. Okay? So if we click anywhere and create a line, that's a pretty thin line, right? Oh, and there's another one. So when I have it and I select it like this, I can change it. Right here is my line color. Here's my weight. And here is different aspects of it. So line color. There are lots of lines to use, different colors to use. So let's see here. I think I'm going to go with a nice dark blue, but it's very thin. You want to have lots of variety in your lines. See, that makes it nice and big and bold. You can see it. Let's draw another one. Oops, we got to go back over here. Make sure we have the line button pressed. So let's try what an arrow looks like. There's an arrow. I'm in the same color. I may not want the same color, so I can change that by going up here, clicking this, and that changes that. Then I can also change my line weight. I can make it really big, or I can make it small. I would like for you all to stay away from the really thin lines if you can, because I want to be able to see something unique and what can you do. All right, so what happens if, say, you want to make a copy of this? What you can do is you can go up here to edit, copy, and then you can go edit, paste, and there you have it, and you can move it. Let's see here, we're trying to move this. Or a simpler way of doing this is by pressing, when it's highlighted, Control C. Nope, yep. And then to get it to paste, you press Control V. And you can do that over and over. Now, if you have a whole bunch of them like that, let's change them up and make them individual, make them a little bit different. Let's see here. So I have the second one highlighted. I have that color, so I'm going to go this color with the next one. And then this one, next one over. I'm going to go and go 2 up. And then the next one down, I'll go 3 up. The next one down, I will go 4 up. And then, being as I have an extra one here, I'm going to go back down, so it goes back down in a variation. So, as you can see here, this allows me to use the same line but change it differently, just slightly. It's a really cool thing to have. Some of the other line tools that you can use is your scribble tool. This is a pretty cool tool. To use it, you click your mouse and then you just kind of draw with your other finger on it. Now, that is a pretty decent sized line. I'm going to backspace and then do it again. Okay, so what I'm doing is clicking my mouse and then drawing with my finger. All right, that's a different line. So we're going to change it. And how about we get some nice mauve-y colors in here? And we'll go up to 12 point. This is where you can do something like your dashes if you wanted to. It's pretty cool. And there it is. Go back over here to the arrow so you can click it or unclick it. Now that looks like multiple lines, but I will know when I go to count them by clicking on it that it is one line. So just remember that is just considered one line. I'm going to change it. I want it to be just like this. Okay, so since I have that there, I'm also going to copy it. So again, I go Control C, and then to make a copy of it, I go Control V. I'm going to do it 3 times. And what's cool here is I'm going to change the color real quick so it's a nice dark color and you can see it. This here point up here allows me to churn it any which way I want. And these corners here allow me to shrink it or smush it and elongate it. And see, let's see here, what else can I do? There we go. So I can keep doing that. So one line can give me a great deal of variety, right? So here we'll go with this one and change it up a little bit. As you can see, I like to stick with a similar color palette and just changing it so it's different. And move it all around. Maybe I'll move this. Oh, we got this one. I just want this here line. And maybe I'll move it over here next to this one so it kind of crosses over it. So it gives us something different to play with. There's quite a few different line tools here. So over here we also have the curve. You click, and then you click, and click, and this allows you to give curves. So each time you click, it gives you a curve. You can do it as many times as you want, and then double click to end it, okay? Again, we're going to highlight it. This one looks like it needs to be aqua, and we'll give it a bigger weight. There we go. And again, if you want to, you can copy that. You can do it as many times as you want. Let's look at another line tool. We have the elbow connector. So this one is just this line right here, and it's in aqua, so we're going to change it so you can actually see it. And we're going to go with a nice, oh, let's see here, bright pink. Now here it is, and you can see this little diamond in the middle. This means you can move it however you want. You can, again, move it around or make it bigger. Let's try to see if I can get it go bigger. There we go, bigger. And so if I have it either way, I can move this dot in the middle so it's like that or like that. But it still gives me that elbow connector, so it's a little there. It's a pretty cool tool, little cool line, gives you lots of variety. Let's look at another line tool that we have is this one, just the curve connector. And again, it gives just a little gentle S curve, which you can do a lot with. So you can change it like that. And let's make that one red so you can see it, and we'll give it lots of weight. So there it is. If I want to, I can bring it down. There it is in just a gentle S. I can make it bigger or longer. I like this one because it allows me a lot of variety. So I can go Control C to copy it, and Control V to make a couple movements of it. And when I move it, I'm trying to make sure it stays. No, there we go. Make it move. Up. Make it different. Kind of move it all over the place. You have all those. There's a lot of different varieties you can do with this. Kind of have it play. Let's see here. There's one other tool that you can use. It's called a polyline. It creates a shape however you want. Oh, I'm going to actually delete that. Okay, so here we go. Comes back, makes a shape, and then you can fill it with a color. Transparent would be best. And then you can make the line thick on the outside. Give it something to look at. And there you go. You have it. That's one way you can create things. All of these are lines. Now, let's say you have your color palette. It's all looking good and beautiful. And you're like, but I have this really plain background. I want to change the background. So what am I going to do? I'm going to have my cursor here on the background. I'm going to press my mouse. So we're going to go over here. Press it towards the right. And we come up with background. This allows me to pick any color I want as a background. Let's say I want a special color. If I'm my daughter, I want teal or aqua-ish because that's the best color in her world. And there we go. I can have a nice different background. That changes my lines. It changes everything. With it, you can also change your transparency, so it doesn't have to be quite as dark. So there we go. There's a nice background. So the idea is you are going to create 100 different lines. It automatically saves in your drive. Think about what you can do. Look at the examples. I know that you're going to do great. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to contact me. I am looking forward to counting all of your pieces, and please believe me, I do count every single line. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.